Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of State of Union Gale. It's your favorite Uncle Silk.
It's Dan.
And Delatorre.
Same corner, same time. Special guest. We kicking it with former five-star Polk County legend, Gervon Dexter. I've been saying your name wrong this entire time. Gervon, how's it going, my dude?
It's going good, man. It's a pleasure of mine.
How often does your name get pronounced correctly?
So I think it's pretty like 50-50 right now. It was about 80-20 coming up. I think people are just now starting to get it right though.
Putting that awareness out there, huh?
Yeah.
So let's before we get into your combine, congratulations on everything, like the invite and your workout went incredible. We'll get to that, but let's rewind a little bit, man. Just tell us about like your decision process. You was a five-star, you recruited by Dan Mullen, committed to that staff, came on campus, and it was hard for us to grab five-star defensive lineman at that time. What was the process like for you when deciding to come to UF?
It really was I would say some would think it was a harder process, but for me, it really like I said, I was just from Polk County. The standard is to go to University of Florida and compete there, so that made it a lot easier. But as well as like I always wanted to be a Gator, man. I was a hooper up until like my junior year, and even then, I still wanted to be a Gator. Watch Gator basketball, Gator baseball, Gator football, of course. So, just getting that offer from the University of Florida was a dream of mine that I don't think I could pass up. Coach Mullen and Coach Turner recruited me pretty heavy and stuck on me and was honest with me throughout the process. So it all made the process fairly easy for me.
What is that process like? Because we hear a lot of recruits talk about relationship and this place feels like home. Is it possible to feel home in three different places or feel like you've got that same connection with 3-4 different coaches? And then what's the process of having to tell someone that you have a relationship with, let's say Auburn, hey, coach, I'm not coming to your school.
Right. Yeah. So for me, I kind of after like you say, I kind of blew up and got all the offers that I wanted. I already come into it. I knew that I wanted to play in the SEC for sure. So really just cut down my list from there. So and then after that, I had a top three. I wasn't into the media on like making a top 20 and then a top 15. Like this coming in, I already knew pretty much what I was coming in to do. Not like I say, nothing for the media. So I just made a top three and stuck with those schools and tried to get the best decision out of those schools. I do think it's very possible for people to have three different homes and feel that same relation. And that's when it kind of gets hard because you honestly don't really know from there. But I think like you say, you take all your visits and I believe you follow your heart, you'll make the right decision on where you want to go after that.
Gervon, if I remember correctly, towards the end of the recruiting cycle in your class, there was a lot of internet rumors going around that there was going to be a flip to Georgia and that you're going to be a last minute flip. Was that ever a case? Was that hard to turn down, or was Florida always the top school in your mind?
Yeah, Florida was definitely always the top school. Coach Kirby and his staff definitely made it harder towards the end. Like a lot of schools dropped out. I mean, not necessarily dropped out that I cut out. They when I cut them out, they kind of just stopped right there and stopped recruiting me after I let them know what it was going to be. But Coach Kirby and his staff, they kind of kept going and made a hard push all the way up until signing day.
What's Kirby's recruiting pitch? Because, I mean, they've had some great recruiting classes, obviously had success on the field because of that. What is Kirby selling you? What's he selling a high school senior?
For me, it was the fact that they were winning, and the fact that they depth at that time wasn't how it is now. So his pitch was kind of coming in and be developed and play right away and learn from Coach Scott and stuff like that. So his pitch was really just I could come in and be the guy.
At that point in your recruitment, your athletic, your whatever your young career, I know you're a family man. How much of an influence and what percentage of that was your dad into that process?
Yeah, so my father actually, man, he was a Florida State fan. Growing up, he liked Florida State. He actually went to school with Coach Odell Hagan. So he was a Florida State fan, but just coming on the visit with me, he learned a lot about some of the schools on the inside of the things that some people don't get to see. And he slowly changed. I wouldn't say his favorite team, but he slowly changed and kind of just learned a little more about the programs on the inside. And he I wouldn't say he took himself out of the situation, but he let me make my decision. He knew that I would be the one who would be attending the college, so he kind of just let me make my decision, and I think he thought that the University of Florida was definitely the right decision for me.
I want to ask you about just recruiting in general. Obviously, those that follow recruiting, know that coaches are talking to you about how you're going to fit into their scheme and what position you're going to play and how quickly you might see the field and the opportunity that you're going to have. But beyond that, when you talk about relationships, how do you go about forming a relationship with a coach and how deep does that, relationship get? Are there some that are more surface level with you? Or there's some that care more about the family and kind of the friends piece of it, more that try to connect with you on maybe music or interests or whatever else that might be? What are some of the relationships that you deal with or dealt with as you were recruiting, not necessarily just names, but what people are trying to glean about you?
A lot of coaches they tend to try to relate on your background and stuff like that. Or like Coach Turner, he was like an old school guy, so he came in and kind of had like that father figure role. And then some coaches, man, it's crazy. Like some coaches will tell you what you want to hear and not necessarily what you need to hear. Like I'm sure every recruiter's probably been told that they'll come right in and start. So I think each coach has their way of trying to relate or trying to pitch something to a recruit. The biggest thing for me and my family was we didn't want to be told that I'll come right in and play because um, I like to work for it. So if I'm being told I'll get it right away, I don't think I earned it, and then I don't think we didn't think that was the way to go. So that's another way where we cut down a lot of schools from just off the rip, just them telling me, hey, you're gonna when you come in, you'll be this guy, or you come in, you'll play right away, or you'll get this and you'll get that. We really wasn't in the business for that. We want to know where we go that I have to earn every rep. So that's what it was.
You get to campus at UF, and everybody has that moment of welcome to college football. Who in the trenches gave you that work, man? The offensive line on your freshman year that kind of said, okay, this is a little different. Or did you
Yeah,
have that moment?
I wouldn't necessarily. I had that shocking moment. I definitely went to have some wars with Brett Hagee. He kind of showed me you can't really. This ain't that high school stuff no more. So yeah, he definitely. I would say Brett woke me up a little bit for sure.
Who's the who's the meanest offensive lineman that you that you've gone against?
Um, in the game wise or
Either like
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
said Brett Heggie, like I've talked to Brett like off the field, nice guy, but like he's a mean dude on the field. Like who the offensive lineman can be like some killers out there.
right. Yeah, I definitely put Brett Hagee in that category or somebody like Kingsley in that category as well. And then my freshman year, I got to go against the guard from Texas A&M. I think his name is like King Green or something like that. I'll definitely put those guys in that category for sure.
So Gervon, it's your first game in the swamp. Obviously, a school that you're imminently connected to. You're running out there in the field for the first time. What's that feeling like? Is it feel like a lot of pressure? Is it overwhelming, or what goes through your mind the first time you step out into the tunnel in the swamp?
Yeah, it definitely was. I wouldn't say I had pressure. It definitely was a changing of experience, a life changing experience. Just to see the fans out there was you kind of like run out the field like, okay, this is what it is. Like it kind of when you see it, it's amazing. And then just being able to go out there as a freshman and compete felt amazing, and it just was a great experience to be out there and see everything. But I would definitely say that the biggest things was just seeing the 90,000 in the stands was one of the most craziest things I've definitely seen.
Did you feel any immediate pressure to play early, being that you was a 5-star and held at high regards coming out of high school?
Yeah, I don't think it was no pressure. I think even if I was a 3-star, I would have came in and competed to play. So I didn't really look at the stars to say that, okay, I got these many stars and that mean I have to come in and play. I think no stars or 5 stars, I was gonna come in and play just based off my work ethic and be competing. So
What about message boards and the social media apps? Do you guys talk about that in the locker room?
I think some of the guys definitely talk about it. I think it definitely some guys. I really don't too much care for it or look into it a lot. It's definitely don't affect my game in any way though. So
Bro, I don't need to know what they think about me, Silk. I'll just
yeah,
stay I'll just stay ignorant, and I don't need to know it. You keep it professional.
right.
I always had a lot of respect for Coach Turner, for David Turner. Thought his track record spoke for himself. He always mentioned when he talked about you that you were still new to the game, and I think he just meant because you were really a hooper first, and kind of just started getting into football. What were his conversations with you like, and how was he just as a teacher, and maybe who were some of the guys that you leaned on to say or to take a little bit from their game and okay, I can do that. I can add that to my game and kind of round you into the football player you are now.
Yeah, so his message, like you said, definitely was just because I was a basketball player mainly, not being able to play a lot of football. Only my junior and senior year is the only time I had to play football before coming in right away and having to play in the SEC, in the all SEC schedule at that. So I think that's really what he meant. He's a guy who preaches like work ethic, and he's a guy who preaches like you get out what you put into the game. So that was really his message to me, and just learn be a student of the game. And like you say, I one of the guys that I definitely look after coming in was Zach Carter. Just watching how he prepared for games and prepared for practices, and how he took care of his body and the extra stuff that he did to go out there and compete. Is one of definitely the guy that I look to my whole career until he left last year. And just seeing him compete and work just was amazing. Now he's doing his thing in the league, so it's just like I say, that's definitely a guy that I look to.
Haven't had a chance to add.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
No,
You
I was gonna go back to Nick's question about David Turner. Just wanted to compare a little bit more to him. Then obviously you spent the last season with Sean Spencer. I just wanted to know what the difference was going from Turner to Spencer. And then, obviously you guys make some changes going into this season as well. What was the different coaching like for you?
It's chaos, baby. That's the difference. Chaos.
Yeah. So the biggest difference is Coach Turner. He got a guy who, like you said, like we both know, was a younger player. Not really new, like not I wouldn't say didn't know the game, but new to the game. Just looking to learn. And Coach Chaos, he got I would say like a veteran, older guy who has some reps under his belt. And now really at that time I was one of the oldest guys in the room, so a leader. Coach Turner, he kind of got a younger guy. So it's a huge difference. Coach Chaos could talk to me a lot different than Coach Turner did, just because the age difference. But Coach Chaos, man, he like to get after it. Like he go after it, and he wants what he want. If you can't do it, then you won't play. That's the type of guy he is. And he's just hard nosed. He gonna coach you hard. He gonna tell you the truth. He not gonna tell you not. He don't really care about your feelings. Type of guy. So he like to get after it. Like he go crazy. He turn to practice. Lots of energy. I can go on and on about Coach Chaos. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all had some ups and downs. It was some good times and also some lows that ended up getting Dan Mullen fired. The COVID year, I thought I haven't got a lot of like just questions in with some of the players that practiced through that time. What was it like the COVID year, which changed the football scheduling? So what were you guys going through, and how did it affect you?
See, that's another thing. I'm probably not the best person to ask that question, just because when I came in, that's all I really knew. As a freshman, I didn't know how exactly spring practice is supposed to go. I didn't know how fall camp really is supposed to go until I went through it the next year. So really that was my normal, just coming in and seeing like practicing. Like some people had masks on while practicing, and taking breaks during practice just because we had to check our temperatures, and just stuff like that was kind of not normal, but it was normal to the 2020 class because that was our first year
Right.
actually doing it. So and then having to play an all SEC schedule was definitely not normal and tough, just because, like you say, when you play in the SEC, each week you can get somebody's best game, and it's gonna be a hard fought. The trenches is gonna be there, so that I would say definitely it was normal to me just because I didn't know no other.
Got you.
And then you get an interception in your first game, right?
Right. Yeah.
Led the team for weeks.
Right.
For weeks. Gervon, want to ask you just like fond memories about your time in the swamp. 3 good years at the University of Florida, a guy that everybody really respected, and a lot of people followed you on Twitter and Instagram, hyped you up a lot. But outside of just your memories of playing with your teammates and stuff like that, what are some of your more fond memories of your time there in Gainesville and playing for UF?
Just the experience. Like I just enjoyed the experience, man. Like I say, each week the 89,000, the 90,000 just was a great experience to feel. Like I loved playing home games. Like that was my favorite thing to do. Just play home games and just going outside in the Gainesville community and just seeing like how people love the Gator football. It was just a great experience. Just seeing how much people really cared about like you really have fans, like they know your every move or your every your stat line to the T. So just how much people really care about the University of Florida football. I know like in some other conferences you really don't get that experience. Like just talking to some guys who went to smaller schools throughout the combine prep, like when I told them about my experience, they were kind of shocked. So you really don't know what you don't have until you don't have it. So I would definitely say the experience just being in Gainesville and just the fans, how much they really care. So that would definitely what I'd say.
What about? I mean, you had a great father who left us too soon. But what was it like to get your son out there? And he's probably too young to know what a football game is, but just to have those pictures and those memories of, him being in the swamp and watching dad, play this game. How cool and how special has that been just to have your son with you?
It was a very special, man. Just him getting to see this meant a lot to me. Him being out there meant a lot to me. And hopefully one day he'll be out there as well, and he'll see it. Like you say, it's just it meant a lot. I'll probably be like I say, my father, he was a Florida State fan. I'll probably be a lot lenient on pushing my son to the University of Florida than he was pushing me.
That's not good news.
State.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's not what the fans want to hear.
We already got an offer for that kid, man.
Yeah.
Class
Hey,
of 45.
for
Right.
sure. Hey, real quick, I know NIL changes a lot of things. You guys start touching some different type of money, driving different vehicles. How much did it affect your life, having a young family and all of that, trying to navigate in this life?
Yeah, it helped. It helped tremendously for me and my family being able to take care of them and take less stress off of me having to provide. So it definitely helped. I don't think it distracted me in any way. I still have my mind set on a goal on where I want to be at in life, and I don't think anyone. Well, I'm not sure now with some of these new NIL deals, but for me and my family, we knew that. The NIL would not create generational wealth. So that's something that like I say, it didn't distract me in any way. I still have my mind set on the main goal, and that's where I'm headed now. So. But it definitely was a blessing to have. The Gator Collective and everything that they had set up definitely took a lot of stress off me and my family. So
Now, a lot of people talk about it could drive a wedge in the locker room. How much are guys in the locker room talking about, I had this deal or I'm doing this, or could you see it potentially creating jealousy in the locker room, or did you see that at all firsthand, or how are guys handling it?
I think for other teams it could. Coach Napier, he a guy who he really don't play like some of that like distractions type of stuff like that. So I don't think with Coach Napier and his style that it'll be a problem at all. He's real strict on what he believes and who he feels like how he feels about people and situations in the locker room. He's a big be a great teammate guy. So I think as long as he's preaching that like he preached to us, I don't think it'd be a problem at all. I think in the locker room is more such as people being happy for their teammates, other than people jealous or creating a problem out of it. So I don't think it'd be a problem in Coach Napier's locker room at all.
Gervon, before we move on to the NFL, and I know Silk has a few more questions.
I just got one more college question. That's it.
Who has the best music choice in the locker room? Who's got the aux cord on game day, practice?
This could go either way, just depending on who you talking to. But I'm gonna say Antoine Powell. Me and him, we like Rollo. So I'm gonna say him every time. So it depends on who you talking to, but if I get to choose somebody who go get on the aux and that I'm gonna enjoy listening to it with, I'm definitely gonna say Twan for sure.
All right, who we keeping off the aux cord?
Yeah,
keeping off the aux. I don't know. That's a good one. It could go. It's a lot of people. Yeah, it's
Hit a line, right?
You don't want on the odds for sure.
He's putting on the noise canceling. Like you get the offensive lineman day for the aux cord, and like, all right, we're putting the noise canceling headphones on.
Yeah, for sure.
Drip is a big thing on game day. You guys like to put it on. Who's best and worst dress? I know I got a worst dress, but who you got?
Best dress, I'm definitely gonna put me. I'm going me. I like how I put my suit on. Definitely for big guys, a lot harder. So take me
I look forward to. I'm gonna miss that on game days, man. Like watching like what Gerv put on this week, bro. I'm gonna miss that.
Sure. Yeah, but I can't go with worst dress. I don't know. Some guys really, man. Some guys really like more focused on the game than. I can't really go worst dress. Who would you say was the worst dress?
One of them Pouncey boys. I don't know which one of them. One of them with cowboy boots.
He's talking about Jordan with Jordan's bolo tie.
I got him leading the league.
Yeah.
Hey, the season opener against Utah was stressful for me because I know some designers and I'm watching. I'm a shoe guy, and it starts pouring when the bus pulls up, and I'm seeing Louboutins. I'm seeing some rare Jordans, and I'm like. Bro, these guys did not check the weather forecast. I'm not wearing some Travis Scotts to walk in the rain and across a muddy field now.
You might think got like them boys, Nick.
I don't.
Oh man. All right. Any more college questions, boys?
No. Let's move to the combine. Man.
All right. So NFL combine happens last week. What was that experience like for you? Just taking that in, going up to Indianapolis and being amongst the top, 350 players in the country. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was a great experience. Like you said, only a few got to get to go there. So just being there and receiving that invite was already a blessing. It was a great experience. even preparing for it, man, I had a great experience preparing for it. Met some great people throughout the process already. Some great friends, great teammates, great coaches. So, um, just a blessing. I learned a lot being there. Received as much feedback as I could possible, and just a great experience being there, seeing everybody, seeing how well people prepare for it and received what they prepared for. So I think it was a great experience for sure.
Just
what's
run
your
through these
mindset?
stats real quick. Hold on one second,
Go
Nate.
ahead.
Just going to run through these stats just for memory's sake. 4.88 40, a 1.81 on the 10-yard split, a 31-inch vertical, 9 feet 2-inch broad drum, 7.5 seconds on a 3-cone drill, and then 22 bench reps at 225 pounds. Go ahead.
I know you can windmill with that vert. With your height and your vert, I know you're windmilling.
I used to can, man. I kind of got a little heavy now. I'm 310, probably at 280, 290. I can still windmill, but I got a little weight up under me now. I can probably give you just a solid 2-hand scratch back or so, or reverse or something.
I think you're being modest.
Nah.
I think you're being modest.
What's your oh, go ahead, Nick. I'm sorry.
Walking into the combine, is it almost like a don't pinch me, I'm like don't wake me up, like I can't believe I'm here, or is it kind of like this is what I've been working for. This was what I worked out at 4 a.m. and ran and did all this stuff. Like I've earned this spot. What was I guess going through
Yeah,
your
so
mind walking into it?
I definitely think it's a bit of both. It's definitely a dream come true. And just seeing all the lights and seeing everything that you finally worked for paid off. But as well as like you say, I definitely think I deserved it. I worked for it, and like I said, Coach Turner preached a lot. Like you get out what you put in, so you definitely got to put in a lot to be there. So it's a little bit of both for sure.
So what? Sorry, go ahead, Soap.
Do you think you ran your best 40, or because you ran a fast? I think that's a crazy 40 for a man your
I
size,
think for
man.
sure. I kind of got a little loose off my technique. So I definitely think it was more in the tank, but it's a great time. I think I
You'll
did
sit
it real well.
you'll sit on that or you'll run again at pro day.
No, I'm not gonna run again at all.
No,
That's
no,
what
you good.
That's been my
Ant-
motto for about 2 decades.
Yeah,
Ant told me that yesterday. I saw him at the facility. He goes, "Man, I ran my last 40 ever.
right.
Never running that again."
Yeah, for sure.
Gervon, I want to ask you, obviously the combine, you see it on TV. It's a lot about your athletic performance on the field, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes between meeting with teams, meeting with personnel, etc. What kind of questions are they asking you? What are teams asking you? You don't have to use specific, team names, but what kind of things are they trying to get out of you? Is it about what would you do in this particular, play? What would you do in this situation? Is it about you and your life, your upbringing, your time at UF? What is that experience like? And those
Yeah.
questions like?
So each team uses a different method. Like some teams, you only get 15. Each team only gets 15 minutes with you. So,
Okay.
um, each team uses different, man. I know like some teams they know a little bit more about your upbringing and your family, so they use the whole 15 minutes for film and seeing how much you know about football, and or some teams use their 15 minutes to just get to know you. They feel like they could talk football with you a little later on or something. So each team uses a different method. I mean, like I say, it's definitely what the team chooses. You got to make the best of 15 minutes with each team. So if it's talking football, do your best talking football and getting up the board and showing them how much you really know about the game and how you can adapt and what you'll do when you get to the next level. And then some of them, they just want to know about you, what type of guy you are, what type of teammate you are, and who you are off the field. So it's all different depending on the team for sure.
Draft weekend. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We always hear weird questions like, "Are you a dog or are you a cat?" Like that. We always hear like some weird, crazy questions. Did you get anything that made you be like, "Excuse me, what?"
Nah, so I didn't. I actually a lot of people told me that they get that. I kind of was waiting for it, but nah, everybody was really straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, you only get 15 minutes. I don't think they want to waste too much time with those type of questions. So, nah, I didn't get any questions like that this year.
Well, Nick, it's your opportunity. Here you go.
No, I did
your NFL Combine questions.
I did not prepare. I did not prepare any weird questions.
So what's the plans for draft weekend? Anything special going on?
Yeah, not just yet. We still trying to evaluate our options, look at our options, see what we're gonna do. Just speaking with my agent, we haven't decided what exactly we're gonna do just yet until we finish all our visits and pro day is over.
If you get invited to go to the comp, I'm not sure where it is this year. I don't know. I think it's
St. Louis, I believe.
St. Louis. If you get an invite, is that something you would consider? Like get a chance
it's definitely something I would consider. Like I say, that's still something we sitting down and thinking about it, weighing all our options and seeing how spending that moment with my family definitely is something that'll mean a lot to me. So we're just trying to figure out the best way to do it to have my family involved as well as my agents and all the people that mean a lot to me, my coaches as well. So we're still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, go out with a bang with a drip one last time, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one last time. No, Dante Fowler killed with the lubes, with the gold joints, man.
Yeah,
so, go crazy, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see, Gervon, do you at all feel, and you can definitely say no, feel comfortable about which teams have been talking to you or any of the visits that you've taken? And if you want to stay silent, that's totally cool too.
Yeah, so right now we got maybe just right now we got I think 5 or 6 top 30 visits, and then at the combine I met with 22 different teams formally. Wow. So yeah, so I met with quite a bit during the combine, so I got a lot of that out the way. So yeah, right now we meeting with I think for sure the Philly, the Bills, the Steelers, who else? New York, the Browns.
Which New York?
The Giants, the Browns for sure. I don't want to miss nobody. The Titans, for sure. I believe that's it just right now for top 30 visits. Sure.
Does this almost feel like recruiting again?
Right now it does. I know it'll get a little tenser than recruitment here in a couple.
It's not your choice, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
You're getting chose this time.
Yeah, I'm getting chose, so I don't really. It's kind of like you kind of blind to what's gonna happen next. So.
Yeah, so a little bit you got to sell yourself. Even in those meetings, it's like a little flip. Usually it was the coaches in the past that have to sell their program. It's a little bit of you having to sell yourself.
All right.
Gervon, I think we're wrapping up here. Goals for yourself. Obviously the NFL is the number one goal for now. Do you have anything else? And obviously you have a beautiful son, but what other things are on your mind? Is there business opportunities or other things that interest you that you're looking to be able to embark on as well, post-college?
Yeah, not yet. I just want to maximize my potential to the fullest. So whatever that is, and whatever opportunity comes, I'm gonna do it to the fullest and give it my 100%. So it's not. I don't have any plans just yet. But like I said, if a plan does come to me, I'm gonna maximize it and use it to the best of my ability. So not yet, but for sure, open to it for sure.
Well, you recently got engaged, so congratulations on that.
Yeah,
and you better be planning the wedding or at least helping. I'm getting married in June, and I get some eyes when the workload's going more towards her, and I'm not helping as much. So,
right.
Word of advice: yes, honey, yes, that does look great. Those flowers are perfect. Yep, that dress, love it.
Right.
Even if you don't care, the answer is I love it.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Silk, Nick, any final questions for Gervon?
Nah, man, just it was a blessing to watch you go from high school ranks. The first time I saw you in person, I had my entire family at the Swamp for Friday Night Lights, and my wife said, "That's a kid." I said, "Yeah, that's a kid." You know what I'm saying? So to watch you go from that point all the way to come full circle, going to the NFL draft, watching you and your family young and how well spoken you are. Future's bright, my dude. Just keep doing the right thing, man, and everything else work out for you.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
Yeah, the local media. We appreciate how you always came in, win or lose, and always kept it straight with us, and hope we were fair to you as well. But we appreciate it and enjoyed watching you play here, and looking forward to watching you play on Sunday.
For sure.
Absolutely, man. Well, thank you again so much for your time. Best of luck with everything, my friend. I think that you're going to be outstanding in the NFL, but even more importantly, you're a better person than you are player as well, or an even better person than player as well. So it was an absolute pleasure to get to talk to you today. Silk, why don't you take us out?
What, with a song or what?
No, so what? Gervon,
same corner, same time. Hey, man, looking forward to the draft. Looking forward to the drip. Signing out. Same corner, same time.